In the early 90s, Sally Menke had several editing credits to her name, film and documentary included, but her Hollywood break came when she edited the effective and dynamic fight sequence in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 1990. From 1992 to her death in 2010, Sally Menke worked as the only editor for all of Quentin Tarantino's films, with her career beginning and ending in the same way. Hiking.
I don't write with anybody. I write by myself. But when it comes to the editing, I write with Sally. And it's the true epitome, I guess, of a collaboration, because I don't remember what was her idea, what was my idea. We're just right there together.
When untried filmmaker Quentin Tarantino was interviewing for a good, cheap editor for Reservoir Dogs in 1992, Sally Menke got in touch. Tarantino sent her a copy of the script, and she thought it was amazing. While hiking, she called LA, and they confirmed she was hired as the editor for Reservoir Dogs.
When I was doing my first movie, the only thing I knew is I wanted a female editor, because I just felt a female editor would be more nurturing to the movie and to me.
It was then that the collaboration between the two began, establishing the foundations of the signature style for both herself and Tarantino. This signature style was developed over time, with heavy dialogue, witty montages, breathless camera movements, complex structures, and immersive violence between slow cutscenes becoming common tropes.
You use the time you have. If we had 8 weeks, we would take 8 weeks to do it. We have 4.5 weeks, so we do it in 4.5 weeks.
Tarantino's films, with their complex narratives, plots, and subplots, needed an editor who can make sense of the wealth of information. Sally Menke is the editor for setting a film's larger structure, with everything else falling neatly in place.
In the beginning, he really doesn't guide me, and then I put together what I think he wants, and pretty much we've worked together so long I can judge what he would want.
The fuck is this place?
As for her editing style, Sally Menke has said she doesn't cut to music. Instead, she makes the scene work emotionally and dramatically. And then, Tarantino will lay the track over it, with her tweaking the scene to the beat afterwards. The scene from the 1994 film Pulp Fiction, when Uma Thurman and John Travolta dance in the diner, was filmed in continuous takes to the playback of You Can Never Tell by Chuck Berry, with the sequence itself almost being played out in real time until Sally Menke helped Tarantino tone it down, and the editing contrasts the fast-paced cutting of the rest of the date.
Initially, I had it really long. It was like a date in real time, all right? And it was sort of like Sally's job to kind of little by little convince me to bring it down and bring it down and bring it down, and it still could be funny. You would still have what I'm talking about, but maybe it wouldn't be so painful.
Finally, we'd bring it down, and then I kind of brought it too far down, and then he said, we got to bring it back out.
That's it. No more. This is not a video.
Compared to the stylistic excesses in editing of previous films, the 2009 film Inglourious Basterds was occasionally more restrained, with Sally Menke being rewarded another Oscar nomination.
Well, Sally has been hands down my #1 collaborator. She's worked with me on every movie I've done, from Reservoir Dogs on.
After working together for more than 15 years, Sally Menke and Quentin Tarantino developed a working bond, leading to Sally Menke working with Tarantino through both her pregnancies and always checking his schedule before accepting other jobs to ensure she was free for him.
8 months, so intense. I see him more than my husband.
And sometimes I, get annoyed with her for not reading my mind 100%. I mean, all right, it's not good enough that she reads it 80% of the time, all right? Oh!
We work very intensely together, and it's kind of amazing that we still like each other. If I was with my husband that long, I don't think I'd like him that much.
Expressing his affection for his editor by filming cast members saying "Hi Sally" to camera, greeting her in daily rushes, the reels of which turn up as extras on some of the film DVDs.
Look into the camera and tell my lonely editor stuck in Los Angeles that's in a room all by herself, hello, her name is Sally.
Hello, Sally.
And welcome to Happy First Day.
And happy first day!
Now it has been a few years since Sally Menke's death, and Quentin Tarantino is still mourning her passing. The 2012 film Django Unchained was the first film Tarantino made since her passing, and he admitted that her presence was still felt on the film's set, that making the movie wasn't the same without her, and they had a sign on the Avid throughout the entire editing That was WWSD. What would Sally do?
C mark.